Jen, can you give me an example of a state verb?
A state verb? To Californicate?
Nice guess, but no. That one's going in the video, though. A state verb is a verb that describes states of being instead of actions.
Actions like run, play, jump, and fall, right?
Right. A state verb, on the other hand, describes a state of being. We don't use them in the continuous form. Would we say I'm being really happy?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Be is a state. I am really happy. We use state verbs in the simple form, not in the continuous form. There are a few exceptions, and I'll tell you more about them in a minute. Another thing, how does this sentence sound to you?
When I was younger, I would help in the garden. Yeah, that sounds fine.
Right, because help is an action verb. What about this one? When I was young, I would have my own watering can.
No, that sounds wrong. I would say, when I was younger, I used to have my own watering can.
Right, have is a state verb, so we don't use it in the past with would. If you want to know more about the difference between used to and would in the past, we have a video for you.
So don't use state verbs with would in the past or with the continuous tense. So what exactly are the state verbs?
I'm glad you asked. There are 4 categories of state verbs, and to remember them, you need to remember the acronym PEST.
Like bugs and rodents?
Yep, P-E-S-T. PEST. So Jen, what's wrong with pests?
Well, for one thing, pests have germs.
Exactly. Pests have germs. Have is a state verb. It shows possession. Other verbs that show possession are belong. That bag belongs to me. And possess. She possesses a lot of confidence. It'd be awkward to say, though, she is possessing a lot of confidence. To possess is a state. We don't use it with the continuous form. What else do we know about pests?
Well, pests hate the exterminator.
True. Hate is a verb that shows emotion. What are some other emotions?
I like your new dress.
Also, I love this hamburger.
Wait a minute. What about McDonald's?
What about McDonald's?
You know, I'm loving it. That's the continuous form. I thought you said we don't use the continuous form with state verbs. And love is a state verb.
Yeah, McDonald's. It wasn't the first time a company messed with the rules of grammar for an ad campaign. Remember this Apple ad?
What's wrong with think different?
Seriously? Never mind. Different lesson. Okay, so sometimes people break the rules of state verbs by making them continuous. I'm really liking your new haircut, or
I'm loving it.
Yeah, they say it in a way to emphasize the point, but it's not correct. And it's important to point this out to your students so certain fast food commercials don't throw them into grammar breakdown mode.
Got it.
Okay, back to pest. Pests smell crumbs from a mile away. Smell is a sensing verb, like see, feel, taste, and hear.
Yeah, we don't say a pest is smelling crumbs from a mile away. What are other sensing verbs?
Your voice sounds hoarse. That pizza tastes delicious.
But wait a minute. I am seeing my friend later today. We're wine tasting. There, I just used 2 state verbs in the continuous form.
Yes, you did, but you use them in an active way. If you're using the verbs to sense something,
like I taste peaches and oak in the wine,
they're state verbs. If you're using them to imply an action, they're action verbs.
Alright, that doesn't seem so difficult to remember.
Seem. It's another state verb. Nice, you're catching on, Jen.
Okay, so what does the T in PEST stand for?
PEST think Girl Scout cookies make the best crumbs.
Oh, I got this one. Think is a thinking verb.
Excellent, Grasshopper. You could also say pests don't believe in the rules of the road.
Yeah, but that's because pests don't know the rules of the road.
Very good. All thinking verbs. Can you guess any more?
Wait, I'm thinking. Hey, I just used think in the continuous form.
Right, but you were using think in a dynamic, active way. You were considering or contemplating. You were implying an action was happening. Whereas think, the state verb, expresses an opinion. It's the state of how pests feel about something.
Oh, I get it.
Now, there are some exceptions, and you should use the context of a sentence to determine if they are state verbs or action verbs. You're being obnoxious. You are obnoxious.
Here, we are emphasizing that your actions at this time are obnoxious. Whereas if I say you are obnoxious, that means it's a feature of your personality. You could also say, you're being difficult, or you're being insensitive. You're expressing how the person is acting at this moment.
I'm thinking of getting a new car. I think you should get a Ferrari.
I'm thinking means I'm considering. I'm weighing the choice. But I think means it's my opinion.
Do you love the idea of a new life in Prague? Come teach with us. Check out thelanguagehouse.net for more information.